work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for like it or not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Yes, it's time for like it or not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show like it or not. Rebecca Azor is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, or real life-ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. He's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, scheming, or trying to find the meaning of life. And while the feds keeps us in strife. I'm your DJ. I really don't need no introduction right now, but you know what? I stay dropping them jams. Y'all know who I am. Good hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, then I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for like it or not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. It's time for like it or not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.
Like it or not starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Excuse me.
Pour le péri, pour les ancêtres. Shouts out to all my Haitians. Today is, okay, Haitian Flag Day. No, it is not our Independence Day, which is January 1st, first of the year. Okay, no, this is Haitian Flag Day. May is also Haitian Heritage Month. So y'all know I couldn't pull up, right? Not only it being my birthday week, my birthday was just a few days ago, May 15th. I get to share just a few days later, right? Celebration of my heritage, our flag, which is about 221 years old, right? This flag right here, right here, this one, you can see it behind me. You can see it on my lamp back there because, baby, we celebrating, all right? We celebrating. You know why? Because for so many years, for centuries, actually, since we decided to have the audacity to tell our colonizers, hell no.
Hell no.
Since we put spices in the soup jumu, a forbidden soup that they didn't want us to eat, and since we added the right ingredients to give a pep in that step, okay, to give it flavor, since we did that, the world has hated us. Since we had the audacity to be the first Black country, okay, to gain our independence out of rebellion successfully.
Fact.
And we did the blueprint for the rest of. This is, I ain't talking about, like I said, I say this all the time. It's the world. So I couldn't start this episode and not give y'all something for the flag. And let me tell you, there is no relationship stronger than between a Haitian and their flag.
Come on now.
You're going to see it on the car, on the phone. You're going to see it. Listen, may not even speak Creole, but got 10% knew that somebody's grandma down the line was Haitian, period. Flag is on deck. Flag is on deck. Something about right? When we represent this flag, people be like, dang, Haitians go so hard. You know why? Because the world has tried so hard to discount us and our history and who we are. And I ain't letting that happen. Not me, okay? Yes, your girl's bilingual, may have been born here, but one thing about it, just like they honor those Spanish people, the Hispanics who are born here, and they call them Hispanic, and they bless their language, and they do all that. That is Rebecca. That's me. And that's for me in my home. My children will speak Creole, just like my parents' parents, the parents before that, the grandparents before that, and all the way down to the people who were shedding blood for me to be here today. My ancestors' wildest dreams. And that's why when we see this flag, you see other Latin flags, right? That will have that red and blue in it, because that was how they honored us for helping them get to freedom. It ain't 1, 2, 3. It's a whole bunch of them. Look it up. So when we represent this flag on today, if you in South Florida, you know what it is.
It's 107 degrees in South
You know
Florida.
what it
Right.
is. If you in New York, you already know the Parkway. You know what it is. All right. Boston.
Huh?
All right. You know what it is. New
Roxbury.
Jersey.
Come on.
You know what it is, baby. All right. We worldwide. I heard it's Haitians in LA. That always shocks me every day, but it's those over there too. We all around, baby. We worldwide. We place ourselves wherever. All right. So just shouts out to all the Haitians. And, at the beginning, you heard that was our Haitian national anthem. Of course, it's sung in French, colonizers, but that's our national anthem. And so if you guys know today how it's going to go down, I get the opportunity to just step out and go enjoy without hosting an event. So being a part of an event just to enjoy it. So I get to do that. And that will also second as my birthday celebration. Your girl is 34 now. You guys,
Happy
your
birthday,
girl is
Rebecca
34
Azor.
years old. Thank you so much. I know that you guys didn't catch me on Thursday because my birthday was right before then on Leftist Mafia, but I just wanted to thank everybody
with the white boys before you celebrated with
them. I didn't. I was right here. I said, I'm coming on Saturday. No, but shout out to Leftist Mafia. Shout out to everybody.
All of them.
Yeah, and everybody. And I really wanted to make sure I showed up today. It's a big day for me. I didn't do anything so grand. I did wake up a little heavy that day on my birthday, but not because of craziness, just the not knowing what's going to happen in the future, but at the same time, a sense of peace and just knowing that I'm grateful for life. And so I thank you for all those who poured into me, man, your words, your kindness, your love online. I really, really, really appreciated it. So all that extraness for y'all this morning, and happy birthday to me. And shouts out to anybody who's Haitian and Haitian by association, Haitian adjacent. We celebrating today.
Boy, you trying to get us copyright?
We're gonna get hit.
We are gonna get it because earlier when he played Body and everything.
Body.
You should have played They Not Like Us. It's 3.
Oh my God!
But it's my birthday, and he had. And what I love about this, David, is that you had to go get a black artist
already.
You couldn't get like nobody else.
That's when you put in some time in the black community. That's David has put in some time in the black community.
He was like, I can't. Rebecca's gonna. Yeah, Rebecca's gonna say something
about him. Come up here with a Marilyn Monroe version.
No, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. No, you don't need that. I need a little happy birthday to you. Yeah, I drank like that. But no, listen, let's do a little check-in. Ben, I haven't seen you in a while. Can't reach you, can't call you, can't just be in DMs, don't even read them. Ben don't even leave me on red no more. It's delivered. And he don't even check it. But Bubba, let us know how you doing. I want some check-ins. How's your week been going? How's your day been going so far? Let's check in.
Go ahead, James. You go first.
Week been cool. It wasn't a bad week at all. I'm trying to remember what all I did this week. Besides work and drinking, that's about it. Other than that, it was pretty good.
Pretty straightforward week.
Right. Mom's birthday was on the 1st. Dad's birthday is
happy
tomorrow.
belated, beautiful.
Yeah, it's like happy everybody's birthday is this month, and I'm just like, that's annoying. So happy birthday, Rebecca. Look,
that's all right.
Other than that, doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. I can't complain.
Becca, how you gonna ask us? How you gonna ask us about our day, and then you be checking your phone?
No, I'm actually in. I could do a double. I could listen.
Because he wished you happy birthday.
I'm
You
checking in with the people who are watching. So what I like to do is give them a live experience. So while I'm in the chat, in my chat on my page, Rebecca Azor on YouTube, I actually want to make sure that I'm listening with you guys. And yeah, because I heard Bubba say all those people's birthdays, which is great. Love those people, mean it. So yeah, but it's my birthday. Look, it's my birthday.
When Rebecca.
Yeah.
Rebecca. Oh, I love you too.
Oh,
I love you too.
There it is. There it is.
Oh.
Yes, happy belated birthday, Rebecca Azor. 34. Wow.
34. Remember I turned 30 doing this?
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah. Oh, wow. You turned 30 during the pandemic.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. And I'm coming up on 44 because I turned 40 in the pandemic.
Because that was the first time I DJ'd, man.
That was the first time you DJ for me. Dude, we've been at this for a little minute here.
It's been a little minute.
Yeah, man, we getting old. But when we started this, I had one gray hair. Now.
And now you have
a collection.
Whole salt and pepper beard. But you asked for that salt and pepper beard. You said, I want my beard to be salt and pepper. I ain't gonna color it no more. And there you go. God is blessed.
I ain't never colored my beard, but I guess that would be a thing. Anyway, Rebecca, what has this week been for me? Oh, and nobody can get up with me. Shout out to everyone who can't get up with me. I love y'all. Listen, when I drop what I've been working on and been doing with the Lord and all that kind of good stuff, people gonna realize, be like, okay, it makes sense that he wasn't reachable. So y'all forgive me for being unreachable for the last few days. Has it been or just?
It feels like, oh look, I ain't even. All right, then no problem. But I know when God is asking you to separate yourself and be in a sabbatical, you don't owe nobody any explanations. Maybe a text back to say, "Hey, I saw this," and
well, you know what? That one message. That one message in particular, it was already too late. I didn't get the message until after our sister.
So you turned off your red messages because then it gave delivered still. So it was like, let me make sure Rebecca don't see I saw this one.
It's bad. It's bad. I guess people wondering if I'm still alive. My mother was even trying to track me down. So I'm disconnected from, but everything is great. Everything is actually really wonderful. The family is great. My wife is like blossoming and just doing her thing. She's got her podcast now.
I seen it.
Yeah, man. She's like well loved and respected in our immediate community and our broader network. We've been working together like, this is, so I've been disconnected from everybody else, but really plugged into the family. So that's what's up.
Well, I love that. And that's why I respect it. That's why I said I didn't make a big deal about it. As long as I know that you're okay, that's fine. But I don't like feeling ignored.
I'm sorry,
That's
Rebecca.
a trigger for me. It gives me makes me feel rejected. And so it made me feel away at first, but I'm like, Lord, I know that you're working through him and with them. I see that his wife is doing your work as well. So, absolutely love to see it. And I don't like to get into people's business with the Lord. I don't like to get in people's business.
I will say this though, Rebecca, it's soon and very soon this season is coming to an end. Not because I'm not enjoying my time with God. I have been spending an inordinate amount of time in meditation and all these kind of things, and God's been communicating with me, and I'd absolutely love it. But I would like to get back to some normalcy one of these days. So looking forward.
Normalcy will not be normalcy. You have to know sometimes you move out of a place. You're not
normal's not normal anymore.
Yeah, so your new normal is going to be whatever. It's elevation each time. Every day I think that's a good thing. Some people are not able to pivot in their lives and still have themselves. Yeah. So normal is you being yourself, but being able to pivot and being okay to successfully pivot, regardless of what the world or what people want of you or expect of you. Sometimes you got to do what's right for you.
Becca peeped the pivot before I even admitted it publicly. She was like, I see you pivoting.
Yeah, because I be in people's business, and I said that I don't be trying to be in the Lord's business. I be in people's business, but I don't be trying to be in the Lord's business, and that's just where I'm at with that.
Ooh, talk about pivots though. Pivot to these stories. My God.
Listen, we're gonna hard pivot to these stories. Before we do that, I actually want to thank you guys. Also, I was just a few subscribers away from 3,000. Oh, and I know that's not a lot. It's not a lot for some people, but it's a lot for me because that page was at 100 and something at first, and now we're at 3,000 in just a few months. And I hit the goal. I said, I want that to be my birthday gift, 3,000. I hit the goal. So thank you guys so much. Head over to Rebecca Azor and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Because what we're doing is we're growing our pages. We're in the algorithm. We're here for you. We're sharing our content. We're doing what we need to do. I know Bubba has just released his page, the birth of his page. And Bubba, what's the name of your page?
DJ Exclusive. Simple as that.
All right.
DJ Exclusive.
Right.
3
YouTube.
X's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. 3 X's if you're nasty. And Ben, I know that they already know you, the Benjamin Dixon Show on YouTube, which everybody knows because Ben is that man and always gonna be that man.
I didn't straighten up my desk area. Like my wife and I share this little corner sometimes, and then like this morning she did her podcast.
So bad.
I've been straightening up the whole show. Trying to be discreet and move her glasses and
you know Becca gonna call it outside. That's why I made sure.
Look at me.
Let me say nothing.
But it was crazy because I'm sitting up here on camera like I'm not on camera trying to tidy up. Dude, it's a thing. Sorry, guys.
That's crazy. Discreet. You know who has been trying to be discreet and thought his business wouldn't come out on the news? Diddy, Puff Daddy, Love, Sean Combs, whatever they want to call him, but that predator.
Puff the magic predator.
I want you guys for this particular part of the show, for this particular part of the show, for this particular part of the segment, to viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warning, because I actually want to play the short footage, but a part of it so you guys can understand, because originally we reported when Cassie did seek legal action against P. Diddy and describing a particular incident, and we talked about that, of when they were in a hotel, she ran out the hotel room, he beat her, dragged her back, threw a vase at her. This was detailed within the lawsuit, and I feel like the reception to that was trying to tear another black man down because he was about to buy a network. Yep.
He's about to buy NBC.
And we're trying to tear it down. And there were celebrities, there were rappers, there were people in the music business who stood silent, or those who were vocal and stated that this innocent until proven guilty. Well, you guys, as they settled that lawsuit, quietly, and that case quietly, the video footage has now come out. CNN got their hands on it. I want you guys to take a look at, again, what happened, how she described it to the T, and what you guys are seeing. Also, trigger warning, viewer discretion is advised. There is violence in what you're about to see. Let's take a look.
Surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. There is no audio. According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room. The surveillance video obtained by CNN begins as she enters the hallway. The complaint says as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. The complaint goes on to say he grabbed her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her. In the surveillance video, Combs can be seen grabbing Ventura and throwing her to the ground. As Ventura lies on the ground, Combs then kicks her twice and attempts to drag her on the floor back to the hotel room. Ventura is seen picking up a hotel phone. Combs seems to walk back to the hotel room, then returns and appears to shove her in a corner. Moments later, he can be seen throwing an object in her direction. According to Ventura's now settled lawsuit, the pair began dating several years after they met in 2005. They parted ways in 2019. Combs' attorney said the decision to settle was in no way an admission of wrongdoing. Ventura declined to comment on the video, but her attorney told CNN the gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior while yelling at Mr. Combs, Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Miss Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light. The video hasn't been seen publicly before and comes on the heels of a series of civil lawsuits alleging Combs' involvement in sex trafficking and sexual abuse. Allegations Combs has repeatedly denied. In a December 2023 statement, Combs responded to the claims in all the lawsuits, saying, "Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged." CNN has reached out to representatives for Combs for comment.
Okay, so I love how that whole breakdown. Thanks CNN for what you did. Because I want to just get down to the nitty gritty. Everything that you heard is the fact-based reporting. What we know, what we already talked about here, what the lawsuit stated, how this video actually goes hand in hand, all of the details. It is exactly how Cassie described it. What we also know is that the next day after this 2016 incident, March 2016 incident, the next day after we found out about this in the lawsuit of last year in November, they settled out of court. So all the other information, she said, it's none of my business. What we do know and what was alleged in the lawsuit as well is that Diddy paid up to $50,000 for that footage from the hotel. And then after that, going online and continuing to gaslight, manipulate, throw out that he's the victim here, and that the lies are on him and that it's a money grab. That money grab talking point was something that was heard and seen, and a lot of people's think pieces about the situation and said that's what Cassie wanted. If we can understand and put in our minds, while she may not be black, she is a woman. And while the white people don't credit her as being white, we just know that especially women who are other, and especially black women, are not believed in these cases a lot. And they do not come forward out of fear. And because people that they are with, there's power, there's fear, there's all of that there. And especially in this situation, we are going to start to hear more people come forward, right? Not only because of this footage, we heard people coming forward and they were saying all those women want money, but we are going to start to hear people come forward. While it's still allegations as far as when it comes to Kim Porter, Diddy's ex, and mother of his 3 children. But there's her best friend is now coming up with details that are similar to Cassie's in relationship wise. So. And we also can talk about his latest relationship. We know that he, in my opinion, in my words, he targets younger women. He targets younger women. And the latest that we've known is Young Miami, Carisha, if you will. And she being a young woman in her 20s, being with this older man. And when people were coming at her online, her knowing how powerful Diddy was, and her response online was, I would make, in one of them, a very gruesome response. You know that I would make Diddy Diddy would make you get on your knees. Like to one of the women that she was going up against. And she said, you know, Diddy would make you get on your knees and do X, Y, and Z to me. Something sexual.
Wow.
So you know the power of this man. You know how he uses his power to abuse sex, to abuse people, to all of those things. You know where we at with this. But my thing is, why did the response have to immediately be a black man being brought down? You guys, I don't like black men being brought down. I don't like conversations where it's about division. But when we're calling a thing, when somebody is detailing something so gruesome like this, and the next day it is settled, there's something there to talk about. And we have to stop going immediately to not believing women. I'd rather believe them first, so that if there's trauma or anything, we didn't have a hand in that as the truth began to unfold and as the details began to come out. So, you guys,
wow,
your thoughts?
Well, David, put up my brother's comment. Thank you. He's joking here, obviously, but weaponizing AI to keep a black man from buying NBC.
So Jesus. When I saw that, I was like, Lord God, please be playing.
I need to identify, one, this is my brother. Long time supporter of the show. 2, he's joking. Everybody.
No, but that's what they be talking. But that's
why
as funny
he put
as
it
that
there.
is. That's how they talk.
It is. It
It
really is.
Right. Because it's always that, and it's always that, particularly around sexual assault and sexual abuse. We have a thing in there. There's I won't call it bro code, but it is twisted. Is it a twisted sense of bro code where and it's not just men. Now think about it. There's a whole lot of women out there who make these same type of excuses. Don't get me wrong. The higher up you get as a Black person, the more you're going to be targeted. However, that should suggest to you, don't do things like this. Don't live like this. Don't have this kind of power and use it to abuse people. And you won't have to worry about them coming after you when you try to buy NBC. That's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, y'all, Diddy has some really, just imagine how this demon, this evil, this thing that he has, right? This lack of control of himself, his lack of control of his sexual desires, the lack of control of his hatred towards people, right? The stuff that he was making some of these folks do and the things he's been accused of. And now we see this video. It really just shows you that this was a very deeply seated behavior pattern from Diddy. And I just wonder how many people he's done this to over all these decades. I remember reading a book by Mace after the Limelight, or something about the Limelight. And he was just talking about all the things that he did. Now, he never mentioned Diddy in this book, right? But he mentioned that he literally said there was no sin that he didn't commit while at Bad Boy. And I can kind of see that probably is the case.
And when all this started going on, Mace was the first one I thought about, because everybody remembers how their relationship was when they first came out. It was just like, okay, what's going on? It was like a Diddy kind of Biggie kind of thing, and then it just like that was their dynamic, and all of a sudden it was just over. And Mace never said anything about it, so it's almost given like you signed the NDA or you signed something preventing you from talking about Diddy. Because y'all really think about it. Have y'all heard Mace say anything about him?
In his latest, so when the Diddy allegations started to unfold recently, not just the rumors from years ago, but from when Cassie filed the lawsuit originally, in his podcast that he has with Cameron, Cameron's like, he said subtle things. He being Mace said subtle things, but in the podcast that he had with Cameron, Cameron was like, "It looks like it's a good day for you." He's like, "Well, I feel like basically I'm getting my, my vengeance in some kind of way, because things happened, and I've been saying this for a long time." He said, and for this to come out on Biggie's birthday, I believe, or a celebration of Biggie was something at that time, and that was the words I think the most that I've heard Mace say as it surrounds that, just things that were already said, truths, facts at the moment, but his personal. He said, I've talked about this, I've stated some things already, and now it's just, I feel like my time has come where I get to see something coming of what I said, like the revelations that I've brought out. And so, especially other people that have worked alongside him, have been talking for a long time, and conspiracies are in those stories, I feel like, but at the same time, everybody cannot be lying.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Everyone cannot be lying. So if they are looking into these things, allow them to. I know that people feel bad because Diddy once was that man. Just the last year, we saw his then girlfriend, Young Miami, holding up a Go Poppy sign, as it looks like he held it almost feels like he held a gun to BET's head to give him some kind of Vanguard award or some kind of Person of the Year award or whatever for what he's done throughout hip hop type of an award. But even in him trying to cling to, it's like his pivoting is more so running away before he gets caught. Every pivot that we've seen from Diddy has been something where he attaches himself to someone, something, a culture, a whatever. Not in the way that Drake does it, because he knows he's Black and he'll be accepted in these communities, but more so in the way where it's like, I've done all that I can do. I've done a lot of bad things to people. It's turning around to bite me in the behind. My power, my money, and my fame can now be used in the same way that I would say Kanye did it, to go into the church. attach myself to people that are supposed to forgive and supposed to cover and see my sins and protect me when people are coming to throw the rocks and the stones at me. But yet he forgets that, in order, when you repent, you have to confess.
Right. And there's accountability as well. Right.
Yeah, accountability. There's accountability and you have none. You're running and trying to pivot and become somebody else to the point where you still perceive yourself as God. And again, this is how I'm breaking it down because this is how my mind has been working to try to figure it out. But you're perceiving yourself as God because even in your name change, you took it and made it love. We know biblically, God is love. The definition of love is God, biblically. And so now here you are, power, money, and fame, trying to go into the church sector of it. Attach yourself to one of the biggest Black pastors, which is TD Jakes. Attach yourself to him, making him your mentor in this space. Whatever TD Jakes is connected to in this moment, who knows? I don't know, right? But we will begin to see those people also that have been attached to you fall.
You got to be careful who you associate with. And you know what happens though is because we humans, all of us, we give people who are successful, we give them so much leeway and we think that, they must be okay, right? So you get a call from Diddy. You're TD Jakes, you get a call from Diddy and you think that, Diddy, this is Puff Daddy. And you start having a community, but you don't take in consideration the possibilities of all the things that this man has been accused of, right? And it's not, here's the thing, these accusations are far from new. It's just now that it's getting caught up with them. So I don't know, man. I just really see this as a recurring pattern that happens in every community. But we have this weird thing that we do in the Black community that if we happen to like that person, then we're going to start not believing the women. And now we got videos, and then you still got people who are going to say, I saw somebody in the comment section say, can we get a close up? And then somebody say, can we get audio? Was she talking trash? We have all people, we got the video and we still have people making excuses for them.
Yes. Yeah. And with the excuses that we're hearing, right? They don't want to go to the stats. We know a lot of times Black women in these positions, they don't speak up out of fear. They're going, being questioned. One of the questions that I hear a lot when Black men are talking about this, what did she do to deserve this?
Man.
Come on.
How did she get Diddy to get to this place?
I don't think
still in a way,
Rebecca, I don't mean to cut you off, but you can tell from this video, it don't take much for Diddy to get to this place. That's clear as day.
Right.
Exactly. And it's the blame, placing the blame, finding blame. What did she wear? Was she talking to another man?
Oh my goodness.
This is a woman that we saw. I remember her when I was only but the tender age of about 16. And she was working with then producer Ryan Leslie. And he was literally her right hand, helping push the music that was, a little linear, it wasn't the best, but we were, I've been waiting so long for, see that was Cassie. And that's what we enjoyed at the time. And he was pushing and helping her and doing her beats and stuff like that. And I think she was about early 20s, got with Diddy. We'd never seen any work, no modeling, no work, no music, no nothing from her since then. About 10 years of her life taken from her youth, her just all of that from her. And as soon as she was blessed to leave it,
what was some of Cassie's
had a way out?
Wait a minute. This is the same. Wait, I see you go now. You gotta help me, Rebecca, because I got old over the pandemic. Help me remember some of her songs. I forgot that she was an artist.
Yeah, Me and You.
It's Me and You.
Oh wow.
I've been waiting. Think I wanna make that move.
That was about the main one. I mean, she had a few other ones. Her album was pretty good.
She had a few other ones that were similar to that, but they were dance bops back in 2006, 2007, that era, and and Ryan Leslie was the one that really was producing her, pushing her. So, and I know that Ryan Leslie had was removed from her life. It had to be.
Wow.
Because we never seen her. She also was somebody who was a model, none of that work was ever presented in her relationship with Diddy. We lost her into that relationship. So as soon as she got out, immediately she met somebody and she had children and she was loved correctly. She went back into just doing what she wanted to do, and that was modeling. And even teased that she may be going back into music. It wasn't Cassie, it was Diddy. Why didn't she leave? Look at this. She tried to make it to the elevator and couldn't even get there.
Couldn't get to the
elevator. And couldn't even get
my man jumped out the shower. Didn't even throw drawers on, y'all.
No, and did not care.
He was so
money, power.
Beating her.
Yes.
He ran out there with his junk hanging out, didn't even care, and didn't think nobody. Right. Well, here's the other part, Rebecca. $50,000 to that hotel. I hope she sues that hotel for $50 million. Because how in the world do they have this evidence and then they suppress it for a check? To me,
and
like obstruction of justice as well.
Yep. 50 grand paid to the hotel for the footage. Somebody was smart enough to be like, all right, let's copy and let's give it up. Because for such a time as this, exactly. Is that okay? No, because they kept that balance. They knew something like this would happen. Years. And I'm pretty sure it was a really nice payday, right? But it sucks that that's how the truth had to come out. My thing is, people are like, why didn't she fight back? Why didn't you do that? A lot of times in those places where these people have power and stuff, you can't go nowhere. Nobody believes you. The next thing is to try to do something extreme to the person who's hurting you in that way.
Right.
Okay. And the National Domestic Violence Hotline has a stat that talks about how Black women, and I'm putting her in the Black category because that's how we viewed Cassie. Nobody questioned her ambiguity. Nobody questioned that about her, but we know that she's mixed with a lot of different things, including African American. But Black women are 80% more than likely and this is in America, they will be convicted for killing their abusive partner, even when it came to defending themselves for abuse. Not saying that she would kill them, but even if they were abusing them back, police officers will still put them in position where, okay, you two are at fault, specifically for Black women. Fighting back don't be the answer. Do you see what it looks like sometimes for women to run and leave?
Marissa Alexander. That's the name. That's the example of what you said, that Black women will be arrested, tried, and go to prison for defending themselves. She shot a warning shot in the air against her boyfriend who had been abusive to her, and she got arrested and spent time in jail. Marissa Alexander, just one example of what you talk about.
Yeah, and that's just one. And that's Black women. That's right. And the stats say they're 80% more likely. So I know, again, Cassie is ambiguous, but
Cassie we Black. Have put her. Yeah, I just put her at a certain point they Black.
We put her in Black culture. She's been in Black culture, and her mother is Black and of Mexican descent. So at the end of the day, she wasn't believed when she literally came out and said her truth immediately. Mind you, she never said a thing throughout the relationship. Yeah. There were accounts from other artists who said this. Cassie looks like she needs help. Cassie blinked twice. Is this cat? We've heard those accounts throughout the years, but never out of her mouth. We woke up one day and she said, I need to free myself from this. And I'm taking this to court. And I'm looking for something specific from this man. It's not going to be something where the world needs to know what it is because it ain't money. They settled out of court. Diddy knew. Also, on top of that, he's creating. Are you not thinking about the kids?
Not at all. Like, obviously not, Rebecca. He left them in Miami, wherever they were, while the feds. Why? Come on, he don't care about them kids. Sorry.
And then took them out again recently for vacation, having photo ops. Because I know that again, we're gonna go back. I know Drake said to Kendrick, you don't even take pictures with your kid, post them and say cheese. That doesn't make you a father. Because like what you're doing to your child, to your children, to the ones that you just dropped. Don't with the woman. Like you pulling them up, you bringing them on vacation, and you saying cheese, and you thinking that's going to undo
not being everything. There.
You think that's going to have us overlook the fact that you did this to one person, and that was just one instance. Imagine the time within those 10 years, within that decade that she spent with them, or almost a decade that she spent with him, where it was looking like this daily. He felt so comfortable, like it's happened before, to kick her and then stomp her
in front of cameras.
In front of cameras,
like to do it, but then to do it in front of cameras. Really, that was his flex to her to say that I can get away with this. Right. That's the kind of trauma and torture. And when you compile it with everything else, like there is a very deep, dark sickness that goes through the entertainment industry of this country, of this planet. And it really just brings out the very worst predators, and they all seem to skyrocket to the top of the charts. And we protect them because we like their music.
And that's why I see a lot of times how people will protect the criminal and criminalize the victim. And I thought about it, and this video is very triggering to me because your girl has been through some things in life. That's one of them. And abuse isn't always the way. I had to remove myself from a whole state, remove myself from a whole place because of abuse. You have to change up your whole life. The person even pulled up to my home, even after I've left that whole area, found my address, pulled up to my home, because there's a rejection that they're feeling. And that you're trying to leave me. Oh, you're trying to leave me. And they will come and find you. They will come. And that's why it's a very scary thing. Domestic violence is nothing to be played with on any side of it. But for Black women, mostly, and this is statistically speaking, this is factual, they are the least believed. And when they are down to the wire and they try to fight back, sometimes ending up in one of the most traumatic things where they're having to unalive somebody or hurt that person that's been hurting them for a long time to try to form some escape for themselves, right? From some safety for themselves. They're put, again, they're criminalized in the system. 80% of Black women more than others. 80% is a very large number. To not be believed. They want to bring up the girl with the story of the brick. Those are one-offs. If you need more information and you're feeling like, oh, y'all telling us to believe people and that brick lady turned out to be a hoax and da-da-da-da. I don't care what Carly Russell did. I don't care what that lady did. Statistically, we can go back and understand that Black women aren't believed. I would never allow 2 women out of the number of women who aren't believed, the thousands, hundreds of thousands of women who come up disappeared, who come up unalived, we are not going to let 2 women, those stories, be the height of all of it when you need to make your point about why you didn't believe a Black woman. Because if you're sitting there and believing that this man was about to buy a damn network, about to buy a liquor company, about to do that, and that's why he's doing what he did, then you can believe Black women firsthand.
Go preach, Rebecca.
You know, that's probably why all that stuff fell through for Diddy. Because remember when he came out and said that something with DeLeon happened and he lost that deal? They probably already knew some stuff was coming down the pipeline. Same thing with this NBC deal or whatever. This is my first time hearing about that. I can't believe he was about to try to buy NBC.
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. It's a joke.
That was the Bill Cosby was trying to buy NBC.
It was Bill Cosby, and they were saying that's why.
And R. Kelly was trying to buy NBC.
Since then we've been hearing about that, and I want to say which rapper said this. I want to say it was Tyrese, because Tyrese went on a rant about this man. But I want to say it was Tyrese who said, "Look, he was about to buy DeLeon. And because his partnership with DeLeon, he stood 10 toes down on what he wanted from them, and they didn't want to do that. And now we seeing a lot of things come to light. Keep that in mind, y'all. A Black brother, y'all. A Black brother." Instead of saying a woman has spoken up, and we haven't heard her voice at all in almost a decade. And for the first time, we're hearing from her directly as it relates to this man. And it came out within a lawsuit with very graphic and details that seem to be, for y'all who don't want to believe women, so unbelievable. But then there was actual somebody who reinforced what she said. And that was Kid Cudi. When she talked about something blowing up, Kid Cudi said that, in fact, happened at my house. I looked out the door and my car blew up, which was an alleged threat from Diddy. this happened.
I think Diddy somewhere along the line started believing he was a actual made man. Mm-hmm. Even if that paradigm exists enough to be able to get away, like he thought he was an enforcer. He thought that he could like corral, carry himself in a way that he could intimidate people, and he got away with it for so long. But thing is like Diddy, one, yeah, you had money, but you got to remember where you are and who you are and what you're not, man. You were never going to be able to flex that kind of power, like the kind of power that you can threaten people with violence, that you could threaten people and keep them in submission, with one exception. The only exception is the people who wanted something like through the music industry, who turned a blind eye, who saw his security guards, who saw like those type of people empowered it. But at the end of the day, Diddy, you was a Negro, bro, and this was going to come and get you. And I don't understand how any black man in this country can believe that you can systemically get away with this kind of stuff. Like, who really, like, you think you Brett Kavanaugh, or you think you Donald Trump? You think you some of these white dudes who have not only structurally gotten away with it, but got promotions from it? Did he? Nah.
Right.
Yep. And as my camera blacks out, also to add to that point, the conversations, the people who are now spinning the block and apologizing, like what's his name? The one that, oh, why you liking what you like, what you see, you wanna come up on and check out. I'm singing this because
Slim Thug.
Yes, Slim Thug. Thank you.
One of them thugs.
I knew you was going.
One of them thugs.
Slim Thug's response, being like, "I'm sorry that I didn't, say it the first time, but I'm still gonna stand 10 toes down on innocent until proven guilty. I needed to see the evidence." Who the hell are you to see evidence?
Right.
Are you an abuser? Because that sounds like what an abuser would say. As I get my camera together.
Rebecca.
It's a lot, man. It's too much.
It really is, because
and then you add in the sex trafficking on top of it.
Yeah, man. And I'm just thinking, just everything that has just come out about him. It's like certain stuff. He's like, okay, like, no, that's not true. And then just like all these alleged details, and then you got people like academics who goes on and brings these people on. Yeah, I heard the security footage. I was standing outside the door when he was doing something, and I'm like, it's so much. And everybody's saying in the chat that they read the 35-page document or whatever, and just like, it's disgusting.
Yeah. And we did a Olay and Friends where there was a lawyer who actually combed through it for us who didn't want to read through it, or who wanted to go off of Shade Room headlines, or Baller Alert headlines, or any another abuser's tweets. We needed somebody who actually did the work and who was credible. And I forget her name, but there was a lawyer who did that for us and let us know the cliff notes about it, but actual facts. And those things seem to be, as they're coming out, we're getting the visual portion of those facts. And people are still saying that this is a lie, or is that AI, or whatever the case may be. I think that bringing this stuff to light, I think a lot of people are going to make sure they double check if it's AI, first of all. But the fact that these details, as gruesome as they are, have evidence in this world, I think that we shouldn't question it. It just goes right back to questioning the truth of a Black woman when she's saying this is happening to me.
Go ahead.
And the reason why they don't, my stomach is just growling like nobody.
You didn't hear it till you said something.
Lord. Oh, I thought I did, because it was like,
I would have blamed it on a chair moving or something.
It's crazy. But I say all that to say, it's crazy because these women they're scared to come forward, and they're asking them why they're not coming forward for so long. There are women who abuse this, but there are women, and it's just an alarming amount, because you guys don't want to go look at the statistics and figure that out. And you think about the people in your family. Don't play. Think about it. Think about the people in your family who had to endure this, who couldn't say a thing because when they did say something, they said, well, you know, again, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. See, it can go both ways. They're trying to bring y'all together. Okay, cute. But then there's those people who are telling you not to blame Mr. Charlie. He's just the man. Stick around. Stay by his side.
I just want to I normally say, let's all stay out of the comment section. I've been saying that for some years. Man. I've been saying that for years.
I've been following y'all lead, man.
Oh my God. But Brother Dwayne.
I don't think,
I normally wouldn't even call you by name, but I just want to this comment said, I'm not misogynistic. I just want fair. I just want fair, not a black man pile on. We have enough negativity to destroy the black male image.
This is one black man. This is one black man pile on. This is not a black man pile on. This is an actual
predator, sex trafficker. We got the evidence. Like, come on, like, and then this is somebody who who has held power in the black community since the 90s. Okay, this is a man who needs to be completely severed from the black community, black culture. I mean, dang, if y'all gonna say we gotta stop playing his hits, then stop playing his hits. You know, I gotta suck it up. I gotta eat it. Like there's a couple with Mace that I would hate to hear again. But at the end of the day, what this man has done and what he represented, he doesn't deserve to be compared to the body of black men. I don't personally know any black men in my personal life who would do something like this. So I have no problem identifying this brother and saying he ain't one of us. He might have everybody who's skin and kin to you. Now, so this ain't about black man versus images and everything else. All we do is support black men around here.
Oh, this especially because I work with two black men who are not a monolith. But if somebody is bad, if a person is not good, if a person is that thing, a monster, right? If a person should be criminalized, I don't care. It's you don't even understand that sometimes we've been conditioned to believe, because this is a powerful black man, we shouldn't bring him down. He is not our end all be all when it comes to the example of a black millionaire, black success, right? This can't be our example. This cannot be our end all be all for that. We have other examples of black success, and Diddy is not, just because Diddy has money, power, and all of the things where he can just say, I want this and have it. I want this and have it. He is not above, to me. No black man, no man, period, no monster should be above the law. Whether your name is Donald Trump or Sean Diddy, Puffy, Combs, Jr.,
all of
them.
All of them. I don't want a sexual predator in the White House any more than I want him on my radio. Let's just have that as a standard.
Yep. Ooh, so the consensus is, Diddy did it, and we are and no Diddy around here. Diddy. Period. Okay, and we are for right here and on this channel. We believe black women, and again, for those one-offs and stuff, we'll call a thing. We're not afraid to do that, but the percentage is too alarming for us to sit here and say we need to get the evidence when the evidence was even there when the lawsuit settled less than 24 hours.
And Rebecca, you said pause and think about the people in your life. I mean, come on, let's just really slow down. If the body of black women ever just start speaking up, damn, y'all, like they're really the abuse and let's look at other communities for sure. I don't care what color they are, right? But if you're going to insist that we got to protect black men just because we're black men, then you're asking us to ignore, and you're open. Honestly, if you're going to tell us to protect black men just because they're black men, then wait till black women just start spilling the tea. Right. I like, dang, y'all.
We have to, there are conversations that we're going to have where we're going to talk about protecting black men, like from cops, officers, from the system, right? And y'all get it mixed when y'all be saying, don't call the cops on this black man, but this black man is one day away from killing this woman.
Call them. So I've been watching too much SVU, Rebecca. Law and Order, that's my wife's favorite show. And when I saw Ice-T's character have to shoot a black man, you wrestle with that, right? But then you look at it and say that black man was about to harm a black family. Pop goes the weasel. That's it. Next episode.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta, and then the part that if y'all want to focus on color is the alarming fact that black women are the most that do not report this out of fear and out of not being believed. And when they do finally report it, and they may have done something in the meantime to protect themselves, they're also brought into question. So let's look at the facts here when we have these conversations, when y'all want to do your think pieces. Run that up in there as well. Now, with that being said, while black women are always put on the cross, right, in any room because of what they look like, what they sound like, they not believe, they too strong, they too masculine, they too damn loud. Their appearance makes us question their credibility.
You better wrap that thing around.
Even though the positions that I'm sitting in requires me to be respected the same way this white blonde lady with sometimes dirty feet and sandals on the streets doing out lies. She gets it, right? So if y'all don't know what I'm talking about,
episode, Rebecca.
You remember that? Because we covered that on this channel.
I mean, her ankles was ashy. Her ankles are ashy as mine, and I'm going to tell you something.
What the hell, man?
Okay, and if y'all don't know what I'm talking about the black woman I'm speaking of is Representative Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who represents Texas, and her calling out Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's also happens to be a representative child out of this damn state that I'm in, Georgia. Marjorie Taylor Greene, and how when they were literally bringing into question things, but she brought into question Jasmine Crockett's lashes. A white lady told a black lady about her look and told her it's not credible. Let's take a listen, and we'll go ahead and give you the facts, and we'll have the conversation. But let's take a listen of how this exchange was giving me a little ghetto at that. I don't like when Congress is like this, but sometimes you got to shake it up. And I ain't talking about Jasmine Crockett. White people can give you trailer park trash too.
Milky Way ghetto. We call that.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising who? What? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman, that's beneath even order of your committee.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aww.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play,
baby girl.
We are gonna move, and we're gonna take your words down.
I second that motion.
So who will have to pay? Okay. Ms. Greene agrees to strike her words.
I believe she was apologizing. No.
Okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not apologizing.
Well, then
okay, reserve the right to object.
I am not apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
It's pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not. You don't have enough
You're
intelligence.
Out of order. Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I move to strike the lady's words.
I move to strike the lady's words again.
That's two requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the words.
There's another motion to strike her words again.
Okay, here's the correct apology. Ms. Greene, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike my words, but I'm not apologizing.
Without objection.
Mr. Chair, point of order. It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personality.
He said, who was that?
What now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
I'm trying to find clarification on
Chairman, motion to strike those words.
What you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
you just voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Crockett, you're not recognized. Miss Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling.
Don't want
calm
me to
down.
No,
can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk noise, and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Chairman,
come and talk shit about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, Chair. Okay.
You're
Order. Chair now recognizes.
Who's that telling her to calm down? Who's that?
Oh, that was Anna Luna saying, calm down.
Okay, because I was wondering who that was.
Dixie, I mean, she's gotten... Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. We're not here to talk about her, the representative from Florida. We're here to talk about the representative from Georgia.
Stupid ass.
It's the representative from Georgia. We'll stick with her because I ain't got time to do more than one white woman at a time. So now this one, Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, when David did provide a little background. Comer called a hearing into Garland for blocking audio of Biden interview, and Marjorie Taylor Greene made it all about Trump's judge. You can hear her make it about her and how she feels like she's been put on the cross for supporting Trump and trying to do the right thing for the community, and they have been attacking her and her character. I'm glad that we didn't play that portion because Marjorie Taylor Greene goes into a whole damn soliloquy about that. However, what I do want you guys to understand is how this white woman perceives this black woman who is on the same, who has the same. There is nobody who is better than the other. You are both congresswomen who are representing your states. And as she's saying, like, this ain't about what you're trying to make. You're trying to make this about Trump, basically, was how the conversation was going to go from Jasmine Crockett. And she's like, do you know why you're here? Why are you trying to find little tidbits, tit for tat, when we know we're here for this reason? And she's like, you don't know what you're talking about. She says, no, your lashes. And we know how white people view black folks, if we can just put that in the air. You talk about her lashes, you talk about her physical, and then you tell her to calm down after addressing her and telling her basically, you don't know what you're talking about, and telling her that she's unqualified and she's not intelligent. Mm-hmm. And then when she raises her voice, this is like, oh, look, everybody. It's exactly what I was telling you. Yet Marjorie Taylor Greene gets to walk around this important spectrum, this important place, draw up nasty trailer park trash vibes, be disrespectful to people time and time again. Wear flip-flops on the floor with her heels as black as God knows what, because she hasn't showered probably, and talk about things that have nothing to do with laws that they're trying to pass or points that they are trying to come to. It always centers back to Donald Trump. We don't have time for that. And here you are talking about my appearance. And I'm trying to tell you, hey, we're trying to be on the same page. Let's move out of that. And Jasmine Crockett had to say, y'all didn't want to strike down her words. AOC in the back, our good Hispanic sister from up the street, had to come in and tell them, baby girl. Baby girl.
Bronx started coming out of her.
But yes, New York started to definitely come out like, girl, we're not doing that. You know why there was anger on that side? And while I didn't like how it got to where it got to, I didn't like it. I'm going to be honest with you. But do you know why there was anger on that side? Because time and time again, these white women get to say whatever to these minority women who are in this space, okay? Like, and who are fighting for something, and all of the above. They get that, and this is why it was heightened. She is not going to sit here and diminish my character, my expertise, and because of she telling me that my lashes, we know where that's going. We know that's centered in whiteness, anti-blackness. We know it. And so now when y'all don't want to strike down the comments, she said, well, I'm not going to apologize. Well, Jasmine Crockett turns to her and says, you bleach blonde, bad bodied, built butch, whatever she said to her.
I was waiting for the last beast.
Me too.
And it was going to come out. But it was Raskin sitting next to old boy who started to laugh because he understood where those words came from. He understood what those words meant. And that to me is very important. I don't like that I don't like to see my black women where it's giving Zeus TV. And I'd rather not see the white women give us MTV, because y'all know what that is. The little trash, the I don't like any of it. But at the end of the day, when a Black woman has to stand up for herself, and I don't want it to be viewed as, oh, she's too strong, she's too this, she's too that. Many a time, look at her outfit.
Look at them ankles. Look at them heels.
Look at it. And this is a time where this woman has been able to go in and bring just pure
evil,
low tier vibes to Congress.
Low vibrational plate.
And so I'm going to match that energy, baby. Meet me outside since you're giving that.
Yes.
Meet me outside and do not label me as mad and Black. I am matching your energy. And right now we're going to dead it here and we're going to get the work done. And that's the energy that Jasmine.
Can I disagree with you a little bit, Rebecca, on one small detail though? I actually I have no problem seeing Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, let me say it properly, turn the dial up to something as energetic as she did. Because I'm not gonna call that hood. I'm not gonna call her reaction anything other than matching energy. Yep. And it is time for us to match their energy. It might be ugly, but the times are ugly. The politics are very ugly, and they don't respect, nor do they listen to people trying to be moderate, temperate, patient, loving, and kind. And while they are expecting us to be kind and be docile and to be, gentle, they're out there planning violence. They're out there planning a coup. They're out there conspiring against us, against our lives. So it is it's far past time for our leaders to turn up the dial, because we have been watching Republicans turn up the dial every single cycle. They get more violent, they get more bitter, they get more dangerous with their rhetoric. And so, I didn't feel anything other than thank you, Jasmine Crockett, for turning it up.
And I agree with you 100%. What I'm saying is I don't like to see my Black women having that pulled out of them from white trash. I just feel like sometimes, that's what they want us to present. This is the stuff that goes viral. And I can 100% guarantee you, this ain't the first time that this has happened in these rooms. But this is the reason why this was posted, is because they wanted Jasmine Crockett to be viewed as in a certain type of way. And that be my problem. And that's what's going to be all over the internet or whatever. However, I know as a Black woman where she was coming from. I know what she was doing. I know what she was saying. I know her characterization being questioned, and time again she's having to sit in this room and she's like, listen, you listen, you imbecile. And that's Marjorie, baby, stop. We're focused on the actual issue at hand. This is not time for you to mention Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form. Do you know why we're here? And here goes Marjorie Taylor Greene. You're Black. You're in ER. And then when it started to get a little riled up, I want to speak to the manager. Yeah. And I don't have to apologize because she's the one that threatened me. That was the energy the room began to give.
There was, David, you said that there was an apology of some sort. Like who one of them apologized? What is that about? Boebert.
I just want to apologize to the American people. I don't think that this is the best use of our time when we are squabbling. It's one thing to have fun and laugh as members of Congress and try to find humor or some sort of lightheartedness in what we are doing. But when things get as heated as they have, it's unfortunately an embarrassment on our body as a whole.
Girl, look at your friend and say that to her.
I just want to
look at your colleague to your left and say that to her.
You can Trinity, Holy Trinity.
And she did it wrong, bro.
I was like, did y'all see that?
You are evil. It's not going to cover you. You should have looked over and said, Marjorie, Congresswoman Marjorie. Absolutely not. We are here for a reason. And what Congresswoman Crockett was trying to understand is, if you knew why we were here, your response to her was unnecessary. And your comments should be struck down. We shouldn't have to argue about that. And there we go. I need some of you. Like, no, ma'am. That's what AOC was in doing on that side. But there was nobody on Marjorie Taylor Greene's side that was wrangling that animal in. None of them.
Wild beast.
Me and her we look like twins. This is what I'm talking about.
beast.
We look like twins.
Y'all do
Me and my good sister, Miss Crockett, looking like twins, side part, hands in the air. That's how we gonna speak when we need to get a point across.
He's so lost. He ain't know what's going on. When she said have a point of order, he put it.
And what's so great about this is that Marjorie Taylor Greene started it, right? Right. Like nobody would be talking about anybody's appearance had Marjorie Taylor Greene not felt froggy enough to jump up and try to talk about that black woman. And that black woman, I don't know how long the time was between the time she got insulted and she came up with that alliteration of what was it? Bad body, bleach blonde.
Better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, bleach blonde, bad built butch body. I
don't know how long it took her to come up with that alliteration, but it seemed like she came up with it freestyle. Like that was top to bottom.
Somebody put all of it on the beach blonde, bad built butch body on because damn, I remember that. But they put that on Not Like Us beat, and it was hilarious. Yes, they did. And then what's his name? The guy that does Reading Rainbow put it as the words of the day. Yes. And so don't play with the black community, because what's one thing we're gonna do about it? We're gonna run it up
all the way, because run it up on every social media platform.
And if you want that, and that's Jasmine let these people know if it's the smoke that you really want, we're more than happy to oblige. But y'all don't really want it.
And I just don't. But then, like I said, she's gonna give it to. She's gonna do it. Jasmine has time and time again gave smoke. Every time this woman is appearing more and more. Like I said, I never heard of her until just in this last year. And so seeing her be able to hold herself and do what she needs to do, I don't like that she constantly. This is what I was saying. I don't like that she's constantly having to do that. Like, she should be able to go to work and work. These people are trying to pull this out of her so much so, but don't be alarmed when she does defend herself, because what they're going to try to do is place it in the whole box of mad black woman, too aggressive, because that's what Marjorie Taylor Greene tried to bring and say, look, she's being, why is she being? Baby.
Brilliance, right? It was the brilliance of the alliteration. Nobody's going to really remember that Jasmine, Representative Crockett, elevated her voice. They're going to remember the 6 B's.
We will remember that.
That's built, what we will peach, remember. Blonde body, whatever.
Beach blonde, bad build.
That's all we
got.
That's on the record. If I'm not mistaken, that's on the record of the United States. Because they never struck it from the record.
Yeah. But what she also said is that the goalpost is always moving when it comes to what can be struck down, what can be said. And I believe it was basically like she was going and she said it's always moving when it comes to y'all. It always changes when it comes to y'all. And so if that's what's gonna be, make sure you give me that same that.
Oh, and it's trending. Look over there on the right hand side. It's trending right now. Hashtag bleach blonde,
bad body, big.
Thank you for finishing that for me.
So now we don't gotta say Karen. We just gotta say bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Don't play with me.
B6.
B613. My God.
B6. Y'all get on my nerves.
I'm dead. Well, we're at midday. We're at midday, and I don't want to hold us too much longer. I did want you to play a little bit of that clip, of that link that I dropped about a little bit to show you some joy about what the Haitians are celebrating today in actual Haiti. But there's just like a little cuteness to it. I think with us all being members of the HBCU community, I wanted you to see something particular.
Speaking of which,
we're not going to talk about the money for fam because I don't have time for it. I don't have no time for it.
Prayers for fam, because I heard that the tornadoes did a lot of damage, but definitely prayers to that fake check that y'all got.
And we struck that
267 million they were promised.
7.6 million, wasn't it?
What was the check amount for FAMU? She turned around and walked out.
Yeah. Yeah. So as the people who went to a community college laugh, I'm gonna go ahead and focus on what is presented before me, and that is the Haitians
Get out the room.
and them
We at the show. We're
celebrating in
doing a
Haiti.
show, babe. Get out of here.
Okay, so please present back our last
We're gonna pray for FAMU's checks.
Haiti.
We're gonna pray for
Haiti, and while we pray for BCC to actually to be considered and recognized as a university, just because it was added to your name doesn't mean that's who you are. All right, because you're functioning in community college right now. But and before we do that, people who went to a community college is not about you. This is about these people right here. Now, this is how I need you to play it with the sound. Play it from the beginning because
wow,
bow.
Because look
at them getting it. Look at them
getting it.
Go on, drum major.
This is Haiti, y'all. This is in Haiti. This is the children in Haiti. This is what I feel like being Black all around the world is. Look, they're giving you culture, but they're also giving you Marching 100. They're also giving you the Wildcat too. I don't know who their band is, but the Wildcat members too, whatever. But they're giving you Black culture. They're giving you happiness. They're giving you like all of the things. And I love that we can celebrate our flag, but also celebrate being Black, right? Celebrate our culture, celebrate some of the things that have come from where we, originated from, and the things that we've kept amongst each other. And sometimes it's not just for us to keep. Black communities all over the world are doing the same things, and we don't even know it, but yet they want to do diaspora wars online. Listen, we are out here. We are out here. Blackness is beautiful. It's not a monolith. Hey,
I love how I wish that this was the stuff that was shown more versus all the negative stuff. Let's show some of this positive stuff, because I would love to see this on the news versus you always talking about immigrants coming here or trauma or trouble in Haiti. Come on, so let's show some of the good stuff, because I would love to see this being shown.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and this is happening as we speak. We have what's happening in the country, but we also have communities where they're thriving, where they're still working through it, because at the end of the day, that is still their country. Resiliency, living, still having to do family, community. That is going to be something that Haitians continue to focus on, even while the world wants them to literally disappear, us to literally disappear. It won't happen, because we're going to live right through it. Resiliency. And so we're at the end of the show. Shout out to all my Zoes. Shout out to my HBCU families.
Shout out to the Zoes.
Look, not bully, and if you guys, make sure you go and listen to some compa. That's our music. Make sure you find your local Haitian restaurant. And if you don't know what to get, acheter un plat du complet. That's going to be Haitian rice and beans. It's going to be banan peze. How you say that in English? Plantains. You can get it sweet. You can get it the salted version. You can do it. Okay, you're gonna get banan peze. Ou ka achete tasso, right? Moun remen griot, mais ou ka achete tasso too. Tasso, goat, right? I don't want to get the word wrong, but you can do goat, you can do turkey. Ou ka achete soup sous besoin.
I don't know nothing you said, but it all sounded delicious.
Good, right?
Bouillon, sous besoin bouillon. Nous connaît haïtien moi, tout haïtien moi nous connaît sous jour samedi, gros jour samedi ça. Like nous manger bouillon. Et manger. So, ou sinon, à l'acheter un bel poisson rose, right? Acheter un bel poisson rose, mettez en sauce avec un petit pickles, vous comprenez? Et puis mettez un petit avocat, bocotel. Ou sinon faire un petit spaghetti haïtien, mettez un petit arançon là-dedans, or listen to some compa, okay? So with that being said, shout out to my Zoes. Listen to some good Haitian music. Find a Zoe, send them $18.04.
All right.
We're celebrating 221 years, but find you a Haitian. Send them a good Cash App. Send them something to go celebrate. Go buy you some Haitian beer, some Prestige. Look at some Haitian videos. Contribute to Haitian content creators like myself. Run the numbers up, y'all. Get us in the algorithm, because again, we're not a monolith. We're everywhere. We're in all the spaces as journalists, doctors, nurses. We're contributing to the atmosphere, the hemisphere, right here in America. We're part of helping it grow as well. Even though they want to put us down, we're going to continue to help it grow. And so knowing people, knowing someone, if you know a Haitian, contribute to them. Help push them, love on them. And if you guys are here, that means that you love what you've seen. You guys been vibing. I love when we got the team and the band is together. So make sure you contribute to our Patreon, patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not. All right. Because this program needs to be paid.
And also, y'all, I changed my handle for my YouTube while we were on the show. So it's at DJX3C. So y'all can find it. So it's at DJX3C is my YouTube channel. And the name is going to be James Bubba DJ Exclusive Williams. All that.
Yep. And make sure you guys go and follow his page, run those numbers up. Yes, get them there, please. We want to get monetization. We want to do all the things because, you know, we for us, by us, but we also want to make sure everybody is eating, even if it's a little. Can I have some more, please? We want to make sure
please a little flop on the plate.
Everybody is eating. We don't. Yeah, we want our low vibrational plates to be a little bit higher in this season. So listen, again, if you're watching,
I'm about to go have some low frequency pork chops. Let's get out of here.
Come on.
Okay, listen, tip your host, Becca's Voice on Cash App. It's also my birthday. I would love some birthday love. Remember, I am out of work. Look, I am out of work, waiting on unemployment check to come. Listen, tip your host. It's very important. We're doing the work. Tip your host. All right. Becca's Voice on Cash App.
Tip your host. I'm like, Becca.
Oh my God.
Yes, I am. Never mind.
We'll be that too. DJ X3C on Venmo, BPD.
Nothing for me because I don't even know where my phone is. I don't even know where that thing. I think I might have canceled my phone number as far as I know.
Yes, indeed. Stream Elements. That's the wrong link. Stream Elements.
Well, send Ben
to Rebecca and for her birthday and James
for my birthday.
James.
All right, Becca's Voice, and let's not forget our white, very white producer.
Also white.
DKG87, who always, handles
I really didn't know he was white until like year 4 of our relationship.
Wow.
I thought he was Puerto Rican.
He does look Puerto Rican.
He'll pop in and say, tell us he's Jewish. You white. It's okay. I love you. Mean it. Y'all, make sure you have a good day on Saturday. And I said, love on some Haitian folks today. It's our day. Mwah. I will see you guys next time. Mean it. Bye, guys.
Hey, y'all, your affirmation for today. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that's crazy. We're still here.
Right. Oh,
affirmation. Affirmation for the
affirmation today is I exhale worry and inhale trust. I exhale worry and inhale trust. Love y'all.
I'm embarrassed. Bye, y'all. Just like Black. Look, Black. What we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like it or not, y'all.